All right, here we go. Dallas Center, Iowa softball games, Jeff. Hey, we got the music man, Zach Mulder, spinning the vinyl up there in the skybox. We got Lance Burke on the mic. We got the magician. He's back here at the clubhouse doing his thing, making all this technology work. We also have out there running the big camera out in center field today. Special guest stars, Kate Wilson and Madison Holste out there making sure that everybody from Newton and DCG can see and hear everything that's going on here in Dallas Center, Iowa. Jeff, let's get after it today.
Yeah, Newton in town. Newton 7-5 on the year. Split last week against Oskaloosa. 2 one-run games either way. So Newton's bringing a senior pitcher in here tonight, Haley Sumter. She's going to be a tough out. She's got an ERA of 3.32, 59 innings pitched, 35 Ks. The defense is pretty decent, only 23 errors on the season. Through 12 games, that is close to 2 errors a game, but a really good high school team averages 1. So a little bit of a defensive issue, but good athletes on this team. Max Sims comes in, 389, 3 homers, 8 RBIs, but 26 runs scored.
Yeah,
Paige,
wow.
Junior Paige Benson, 415, 2 homers, 15 RBIs, 8 runs. And then third baseman junior Chloe Swanks coming in at 450, 1 homer, 9 RBIs, and 11 runs scored. So a little thunder in this lineup. We'll be pushed a little bit. It'll be good competition tonight for us. But, Pat, I'll ask you, we're past the Creston tournament. We're coming towards the halfway part. Linn-Mar tournament's in a couple weeks. What do you like about this team, and what do we need to work on to get ready for the tournament as we get closer?
For me, it really gets down to consistency. There's a lot of things I like. I like our bats. I think from a hitting standpoint, I don't know as if there's a club out there that we are not going to be successful in hitting the ball. So that's going to be the one. That's one of the big positives, right? I mean, the only thing that matters is the runs on the board at the end of the day. The question is, can you keep people from scoring runs as well? You know, we don't have dominant pitching. I don't think we have dominant defense, but I do think we have dominant hitting. And those are some of the couple of things that we're going to have to get better at, get more consistent at, and we'll get there as we get, 20, 30 more games in before the state tournament.
Yeah, and I did some research, Pat, and, the 12-13 team and 13-14 team, obviously we had Paige Lowry, and the ball wasn't in play a whole lot, and those teams had 26 and 23 errors over a 45-game stint. But the 14-15 squad is built a lot like this club.
Yeah.
Good pitching, and, they had 42 errors in a 45-game stint. So this club this year is on that kind of path, 15 errors in 15 games, so 1 a game, right?
Right.
Biggest thing I noticed last year was about 1 error a game, too. Biggest thing this year, though, is last year, 19 of them were in the middle of the infield. This year, that middle infield, much better. Only 4 errors in the middle infield. So where I look at it is I think the outfield has great athletes. I think the athletes have to come along. And
Absolutely. And as you start looking at it, you got to be solid going up the middle of the field, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to be good at short. You've got to be good at 2. You got to be good at catch, and you got to be good in center field. That's where the lion's share of everything goes. And then, I mean, everything has got to be good, but that's why that is a huge improvement, Jeff, for sure.
Yeah, Pat.
So, kind of as we look, I looked at a couple different things just from a historical standpoint, Jeff. Newton in 2018-2019 took 4 out of 6 from us out games. And that's just one of those deals where every time we would end up going to Newton, we were getting crushed. I mean, they had some players. Now we go back 2020 to now, so basically you go COVID to current. DCG is 10-1 against Newton right now, and we're looking to keep that to 11-1 right now as we move forward on today.
Yeah. And the DCG, continues to hit, as you said. Some improvements over the week. Lydia Zaruba got off to a slow start, but it's climbed all the way up to 273 after really starting in the hole. She's on Macy Riley continues to hit the cover off the ball, still hitting at a 500 clip, 7 homers, 17 RBIs, 22 runs. And Aubrey Johansson is really heated up, 438 now, a homer, 13 RBIs. So the core of the team coming together with the bats.
Hey, Zaruba, she's got to be big for this team, man. It's going to be hard for your leadoff batter not to get back up into that, that 350, 400 range right in there. If she can start stroking that ball at about that clip, and it doesn't have to go to the fence. She's fast enough. She can make anything happen. And talk to me a little bit, Jeff, on hitting 500 and what that takes.
Hitting 500 in any level isn't luck.
No.
It's what they do day to day. It's earned in the off season. It's earned in the winter. It's earned we talked about it last Thursday night. We have a lot of kids on this team that do not give up an at bat. They don't even give up a pitch.
Right.
They are there to hit, and they're very confident, and they're not afraid to fail. And tell you, I think to me, that's the biggest thing about any sport, but especially baseball or softball, is when you stand in the box, you're confident, and you don't care if you strike out. You don't care to fail. You're just going to go back to the dugout and say, I'm going to get him next time.
Right.
I'm not going to let that happen again. If the kids that I see over the years that really struggle, Pat, they just don't quite believe in themselves, or they're worried. They're fearful. They play with fear. They worry about the worst. But this lineup, at least at the plate, I just see a whole lot of confidence, and they stand in there expecting to get a hit, and it shows.
How often do you see kids, they get into one of these tournaments and they'll go 1 for 9, or something like that, 1 for 8 with a walk, and the walk was like the greatest thing that ever happened because at least I got on base. And then you get to another tournament and they end up going 6 for 8, or something huge. They all average out, but it seems like hitting is contagious. It seems like not hitting can be contagious if you allow it to be mentally.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the one thing I always look for in a hitter is everybody's going to slump at some point. You're going to have a bad night. You're going to have a bad week. But do you continue to be a tough out? And what I mean by that is that you're still up there making the pitcher work, getting to full counts before getting it out, following off tough pitches. And I don't care if you strike out, if you took 8 or 9 pitches, right?
Right.
That doesn't bother me. Where a team, where you really impact the team in terms of a slump is you become an easy out. It's an uncompetitive at bat. You show up to the plate, takes 3 or 4 pitches to get rid of you, and you kind of went to the bat just expecting not to get a hit.
Right.
And the pitcher stands out there kind of laughing at you.
I can't wait. All right, here we go. I've got her out like 4 times in a row. We're going to make this happen.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
Well, we're about ready here for the lineup, so we'll let them talk.
DCG Girls Softball Complex for tonight's Little Hawkeye Conference matchup featuring the Newton Cardinals and the Dallas Santa Grimes Mustangs. The Cardinals come to tonight's game with a record of 7-5, 2-5 in conference play. The Mustangs come in tonight's game with a record of 12-3, 5-1 in conference play. At this time, let's meet our starters for Newton. Leading off, playing center field, number 2, Mac Sims. Batting second, playing right field, number 19, Caitlin Lambert. Batting third and playing third, number 18, Chloe Swank. Batting fourth and playing left field, number 9, Paige Benson. Batting fifth, playing the DP position, number 21, Haley Sumter. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, number 8, Cadence On. Batting seventh and playing second, number 22, Sloan Broderson. Batting eighth and playing first base, number 7, Ava Williams. Batting ninth and catching, number 15, Peyton Durr. Pitching for Newton will be number 11, Lexi Fraze. Assistant
8th grader.
Cardinals are Mike Butler,
Yeah.
Eric Vandervelden, and Nicole George. The head coach for Newton is Corey Laker. Now, let's meet the starters for your Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. Leading off and playing left field, number 1, Lydia Zaruba. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 17, Reese Burke. Batting fifth and pitching, number 24, Amelia Eller.
So that catcher's not back.
Number 8, Haley Ewell. Batting seventh, playing second, number 7, Ella Mulder. Batting eighth and pitching, number 27, Tessa Jones. Batting ninth and playing center field, number 19, Addie Even. The assistant coaches for the Mustangs are Brett Vanderpool and Caitlin Lindecue. The head coach for the Mustangs is Steve Schlotke. The umpires for tonight's game are Deidre Moore on the bases and Jason Lewis behind the plate. And now we ask that you please stand, remove your caps, direct your attention to the flag in center field as we honor America and those who protect our freedom with the playing of the national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The field is ready, the umpires are ready, and the fans are ready. The Cardinals are in town. It's time for DCG Mustang softball.
So Patrick, Newton announces an eighth grader pitching tonight. Only pitched in 2 varsity games, 4 innings. What's the Cardinal strategy for this? I know we probably played Newton again later in the season and potentially run into the playoffs. A little surprised not to see the senior, but why do you show the eighth grader tonight?
Yeah, you never know what's going on, in practice and things like that. And everybody deserves
Yep.
time, right? I mean, and maybe today's the day. Maybe somebody's not feeling well, or sometimes it's matchups too. I mean, how many times have you gone up against a strong hitting team and only to bring out somebody that's throwing slow type stuff, and you just never connect. I mean, we've had pitchers like that in the past
Yep.
where you think, oh, these guys are going to go out there and crush it, and they just never can make contact because they're ahead of the ball. So there's a lot of strategy out there. Who knows
Yep.
what's going on. But good for her, right? I mean,
Yep.
this is going to be good learning experience. Win, lose, draw, whatever the case is. She's going to go up against one of the best hitting teams in the conference.
All righty, Patrick. It's 7:28 p.m. and time for Mustang softball here in Dallas Center alongside 1980 wiffle ball champion Patrick O'Brien. I'm Jeff Hanneman bringing you the call tonight. Mac Sims in the batter's box, and Mac is hitting .389 and 3 homers and a tear on the bases. And pitching in the circle is Tessa Jones, number 27. Tessa is 3-1 on the season, 24 innings, 30 Ks, 2.59 ERA. And Patrick, I've been very impressed with Tessa a couple times we've seen her.
All you got to do is go back and watch the Indianola marathon.
Yeah.
You know, it was freezing cold, wind blowing like crazy, like you wouldn't believe. And she got 2 wins out of that gig.
Yeah.
I mean, as she went through, she came in tough spots. she really doesn't get flustered.
And a leadoff strikeout for Tessa Jones on Max Sims, a great hitter.
And that goes back to playing not just high level. She played last year as well. She got into the regional championship game here against Adel, but she's been playing high level basketball, so in a lot of tight games from that standpoint too.
Yep. This is the first pitch to right fielder Caitlin Lambert, hitting .261 on the year for the Cardinals. Caitlin's a junior. 1-0 the count, one down. There's a pitch strike. You know, Pat, we've seen all three DC pitchers. We talked a little bit about the outfield, and you know they're progressing nicely, and the need to get better. We know Johansson, when she doesn't pitch, sometimes is out there, and another senior maybe in the outfield. So to have Tessa and Camelia Rodriguez pitch well gives coach a whole lot of matchup opportunities come playoff time.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And you got totally different pitchers, all three totally. You know, Camelia, you get a lot of gas. You match that up with Tessa, which throws as much junk and great changeups as anybody in the conference.
Yep. Boulder with the play there, a second. One thing I'm really impressed with this year is the DCG infield. Just even watching them warm up, they're connected.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I would agree with that. I mean, there is a sense of urgency, I think, is what I would say. They know exactly where to go. They should. They're seniors. But, you know, it's go time for this team right now, and they want to improve. They enjoy it. There's a lot more fun out there now.
That was Chloe Swank with the pop-up for the Newton Cardinals for the third out of the inning. And here we go, the bottom of the first. And, wow, we're already way ahead of Indianova's pace from last week.
Well, oh, my goodness. I mean, that was like a 5-hour YouTube stream right there. It's like ridiculously long. I think Coach Slofsky does that stuff on purpose. But we kind of knew going into that game that it could end up like that because both teams were slugger teams. So the more base runners, the more time, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get us a little bit of base running going on right now.
Yeah, so this week, you know, we have tomorrow off for practice and a game Wednesday, and then big home game here Friday night. You know, Coach Slofsky honoring the five state champion or 5 state appearances and 3-time state champion classes from 2011 to 2015. They're right, 2012 to 2015. Excuse me, 2011, 2015. Yeah. Super excited. We know there's over 34 young ladies coming back, and couldn't be more excited to see many of them, reminisce with them. I'm sure tell stories and stuff. But, you know, as we progress, you know, this weekend's the last weekend off for the Mustangs, really.
Right.
Because we go to Limar, we host our own DCG tournament, you know, on a Friday here. What are you going to do this weekend? What does Coach want these ladies to do? Get off their feet, you know?
You know, you do. I think it is important to get away from the game. Just get away. Go be a kid out there. Be smart, obviously. Go be a kid. Be with your friends. Hang out with the kids that aren't softball players and things like that. I mean, that's called good mental health.
Yep. Here's leadoff batter, left fielder Lydia Zaruba. Lydia has heated up lately, up to 273 after a slow start. She's scored 11 runs and has 7 stolen bases on the year, so it's good to see her back in the top of the order. Hopefully, she keeps things going here. 1-0 the count. Lexi Freeze again in the circle for Newton, an 8th grader. Lexi's only thrown 4 innings of varsity ball. Excited to watch her work, though. You know, being able to pitch in a varsity game as an 8th grader tells me that, you know, she's got good stuff, so we'll see what she can do.
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you get on the field.
Yep. Bloop single and play it. Oh, she slides under the play. Rule saves. Well, what hustle.
Yeah, you know, you don't expect that thing to hit the grass like that, but it was short and it was high. But she was taking that thing second base. When you go back and look at tape on that, Jeff, she's hitting second base, and she's coming off of first like that, just like a shot.
Yep. Here's right fielder Summer Campbell. Summer's hitting 279 a little bit of a slow week last week, but that happens. We know Summer can hit, and so I expect her to heat up again as we head towards mid-June. Lays down the bunt, and smart play by first baseman.
Yeah, smart play right there. As soon as that thing goes foul, go in and grab it before it hits a rock and starts hitting the chalk. That was a nice bunt right there, just a little bit too much over to the right side. And I like that call because they're going to need that play maybe later on this game. They're going to need it definitely as the season goes on.
Yep, there's the Campbell sacrifice bunt. Throw to first base, and they get her in time. That was Sloan Broderson covering from second base at first.
You know,
Or
these
22.
kids are probably looking at this game. I mean, I think everybody looks at it one way or another and says, all right, this one's going to be X. And it might be, God, it's going to be a dogfight, or it's going to be an easy one, or it's going to be hard, or we're going to have to struggle right here.
Yep.
But you have to put one on the board right now.
One down for Macy Reiling, a 500 hitter. She's also laying
Nice.
down a bunt and scores the run. And coach playing small ball. I like it.
See,
Now-
I think that's the right thing because especially with Macy, you know, there's your number one hitter, probably the number one hitter in 4A in the state. She's going to be top 5 anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so she's probably a first-team All-Stater this year right now. Nobody's expecting her to do that. So that's a great call right there.
And coach knows that shows up on the scouting report. And again, what message does that send the other teammates?
Well,
when
it
your
says-
best hitter's asked to bunt.
Yeah, that means you better be getting that bunt down when you get that thing called. That's the one thing when my daughter was going into the college thing, there was 2 things that said you've got to do. You have to be able to bunt, and you have to be able to hit the outside pitch. Those 2 things right there. Because most everybody else can hit center and inside.
Yep.
But you have to be able to hit the outside pitch, and you have to be able to put one down when you're asked to do it, or told, I guess, at that level.
This is first baseman Reese Burke, 391 on the season. Reese is about one of the most consistent hitters we have. Always seems to be hitting the ball hard.
Yeah, you know, when she hits the ball, it is at another sound.
Yeah.
It sounds different. And there's some kids that when they hit it, it just sounds different.
Feels like she hits it with anger.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, that's a compliment, right, Jeff?
Yep.
I mean, it's like I'm going to get up there and I am going to hurt that thing right now. So let's see, right up the gut. Try not to hit it into the dirt.
Walk for Reese Burke. Good at right. This will bring up catcher Amelia Ehlert, hitting .368 on the season. 1 homer, 6 RBIs.
You know, Amelia came in that
Yeah.
first
Game.
against Indianola on an injury to our starting catcher.
Yeah.
And she had a phenomenal game. And she hit the ball hard. She did a great job at the catch.
Yeah, that's what 13 seniors in leadership does.
That's true. And depth is a good thing, right?
Yep.
As long as you've got the right kids that accept that depth. You got to accept that you're not going to catch every single game every single day. You're going to get 50% or 75.
Yep. And then, Genevieve Cruz got playing time that night. So
Right.
catching position in DCG right now, solid.
Right on. Yep. Genevieve York.
Genevieve York, my
Yep.
bad. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs here. 1-0 Mustangs, bottom of the first.
Yeah, so it's quiet right now, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's quiet right here. It's like, what is? Let's get some energy. We need, usually when you're walking and you're doing things like that, we got 2 outs right now. That doesn't create a lot of energy. It's those hits that create energy,
Yep.
or those great defensive plays.
Foul ball over the stands. Wind blowing in tonight from right field, so ball will hold up to right. It might travel pretty decent down the left field line tonight.
Somebody in the JV game hit a bomb out to left field. It was right directly into the wind. So it will go out.
Ground ball to short, ball's booted, and Ayler with an infield reaches.
Yeah, she reaches safely on that one right there, and that's a tough play right there. I mean, you got to make it. That's a tough play because you get caught in between hops right there. So do I back up? Do I move forward? When your defense on that, I think you always try to move forward in this game no matter what, because you got to try and throw somebody out that's pretty speedy.
Yeah, so Paisley Heigergen is into courtesy run at first base. Paisley has become quite the specialist down there. 15 runs scored when she's running, usually for the catcher. So catchers are getting on. Paisley's doing her job and
That's
coming
right.
on around. But here's Haley Ewell, third baseman, senior, 257 on the year, 9 RBIs.
Well, here's a neat little stat right here. She will probably lead the team in runs scored, and she don't hit.
Yep.
It's an amazing stat right there.
Yeah, right now she's second on the team in runs scored. Riley has 22 and Paisley has 15.
Yeah. All right, I stand corrected
No,
on
but
that deal, but she's going to be in the top couple
That's
anyway.
pretty, it's a pretty cool.
I forgot when you got Macy Riley in there, you're probably going to get second best on that for a good reason.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hard ground ball to short. Nice play, and Newton makes the play. So 1 run for Mustangs here. Go to the
nice
top of the
defensive
second,
play
1-0.
right there. Nice defensive play. And that's the first ball I think that we've put good wood on because it's been it's been walks, it's been a lot of different things, but overall that's a pretty positive outing right there, first inning for Newton. You know, as far as I'm concerned, as long as we don't put up 3, 4, 5 runs in an inning, because I think it's going to happen here. That's just a matter of getting everybody motivated and getting moving.
Yeah, the Newton shortstop there was Cadence on. So it's senior, number 8.
We're going to have a couple probably stints here before too long where we talk about Friday.
Yeah.
Friday is a big day. Friday is reunion night.
Yep.
We've got kids coming from Washington State. We have kids coming from Houston, Texas. We've got kids coming from Grimes, maybe, Iowa, maybe Dallas Center, somewhere around here. But they're coming from long and far, so it's not just, whoever's local goes ahead and shows up. I think there's a lot of kids that wanted to be here that can't be here for circumstances that just that's the way it is. But it's going to be fun to see those kids again and see what they've grown up to be.
This is junior Paige Benson. He's been hitting on fire for Newton. 415, 2 homers, 15 RBIs. Excited to see her play as a junior.
The squad for Newton is interesting because they're very balanced.
Yeah.
They got 4 seniors, 3 juniors, 4 sophomores, 4 freshmen, and 4 8th graders.
Yep.
So the future's pretty good. Looks pretty good for Newton right here.
0-2 pitch, guy. 0-2 now. Whole lot easier pitching when you're ahead in the account. So now where do you throw this?
Well, now you're susceptible to a changeup that is going to be unbelievable.
Yep. That's a great pitch on the outside corner.
Yeah, and that usually you try to stay away from anything, and I've never really understood that because that's a perfect pitch right there. If they do hit it, there's nothing you're going to be able to do with it. Yep. You never know, you might get the strike.
The key here is to throw the pitch off the plate but make it look competitive, meaning they want to swing. Like right there, beautiful drop ball. And they throw down to first for the out, strikeout. That's the biggest thing, Pat, as a pitcher is 0-2, you don't want to throw it over the plate, but it's got to look like a strike for 2/3 of the way to the plate. So something that's off speed, something that breaks, a rise ball. I always love the rise ball on 0-2. Something that looks like, meatball, but then it's above their hands. They can't catch up. So, but leaving it over the plate and giving up 0-2 hits is a big mistake.
Yeah, that ball just really never got off the bat. You thought it was high. Look up, you'll find it, but there was no chance to get that one.
This is senior Haley Sumter batting, 387 on the season, 6 RBIs and a run scored.
And Haley Sumter has a C next to her name, so I'm assuming that she is the captain of this team.
Yeah, she usually pitches. She pitched most of the innings for Varsity. Like I said, we got an 8th grader in the circle tonight for Newton. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the second. 1-0 Mustangs.
This, I think, Jeff, is the first day so far that I can remember anyway.
Pop up near the dugout, and Yule with a nice catch for the second out.
Where it's not a 40-mile-an-hour wind. It's not raining. This is a perfect night for softball right here.
Yep.
Light breeze.
Yep. I don't know if you noticed there on that pop-up towards our own dugout. I could hear the dugout. You got room.
Yeah.
It's good team. It takes good teamwork sometimes to help a teammate out.
That needs to be instinctive, right? I mean, it shouldn't even be something that you're forced to do or it's like you're told to do. That should be instinct.
Yep. This is Cadence on the senior shortstop. On is hit 312 on the year, 4 RBIs, 6 runs scored. And Ewell with a nice catch for the third out. So Haley Ewell with a couple nice plays to end the inning. Go to the bottom of 2, 1-0 Mustangs.
So tell me that she is up to bat next because you know what's going to happen, right? And how many times you see a great play or you see a couple things like that, and then the next time you get up there and you stroke one hard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just the way it goes right there sometimes. Love it.
Yep.
So, Jeff, what do you say if we have a face-off on reunion night?
Friday night, one-on-one, drafting our favorite Mustangs / Phillies of all time, the ones we enjoyed watching to play most.
Yep.
All right.
It can, there's no you can have yours, I'm going to have mine, but once the draft is set, that's the way it is. And I do have a Twitter. I never look at it that much, but
do we automatically get our own kids so we don't have to draft them?
No, we're gonna have it's no holds barred.
Can I draft my kids after the draft?
Nope.
Free agents?
I may end up with one of them myself. So, that'll be interesting because we can have our own little draft. Who are you going to take? Number 1, and I think that'd be interesting. I don't think that's ever happened in the history of high school softball. A draft
Fantasy
class.
draft of a reunion.
Yeah.
That would be an all-time, new low for us. But second baseman Isabella Mulder, 293, a homer, 4 RBIs, 9 runs. Takes a pitch, ball 1, bottom of 2 here. Yeah, I'm super excited to see much of the ladies, a lot of memories being out here every night, catching up with them, finding out what they're all up to, right? I know almost all of them are doing great things out there in the world, and I think it's a complete honor and respect for Coach for 5 seasons to come back. And again, we had graduating classes of 2 girls, I think, 2 of those classes. So
Right.
You do the math really quick. 34 is the number over 5 seasons. That means there's a lot of ladies that were on the teams at some point and didn't make it all the way to their senior year. But Coach didn't care about that. He feels that everybody contributed, and invited them all back. So at 30, the numbers at 34, we have a lot of ladies returning Friday night. So
Yeah, there's a
Mulder with
lot
the
of
base hit
reasons
there, by the way.
why kids don't finish the season out, or not a season, but finish their career out through 5 years. Some have to get jobs, some move. I mean, there's a lot. But if you're a part of that team, you're a part of that team, and those are special. I mean, you ask Coach, he'll say that was a special year, and all those kids being the same.
This is pitcher Ava Jones with the bunt, moves Mulder over to second base. So Coach working on small ball tonight.
Yeah, I think that was something that they were looking at. As something maybe I'd have to go back. I don't know as if we missed much, but maybe that was something that showed up at Creston, where we didn't do a good job in Creston, and it's like everybody's going to start doing this.
Yeah, and Coach has his reasons for what he's doing. He's got a strategy tonight. There's a little blooper by Addie Abens to right field. Ball's dropped in there. Here comes Mulder to third base.
Yeah,
And Addie Abens came in hitting 439, gets a base hit here. Back to the top of the order, and Lydia Zaruba.
Addie Abens, if the hitters continue to move and continue to progress, if she's able to stay in that 9-hole right there and let everybody else, that's basically 2 number 1 hitters that you got back to back, and that is such an important factor in high school softball.
Yep. First and third for the Mustangs, 1 out. We running here, Pat? I think we are.
I think
Or
at
bunting.
some point, we'll see what happens. This is exactly what Coach did in the last game. It's like, all right, we're going to do this. What's everything look like from a rotation standpoint?
Yeah.
So I think you're looking at second base. Basically, you're looking at second base and shortstop to see who's covering.
Yeah, it was right after the pitch. Coach looked at every player where they exactly
Yep.
were, and trust me, he's got a memory like nobody, anything else he would absolutely know. So Abens takes second base there. She tried to draw the throw, so Newton does the right thing and just lets her go.
That's always drove me crazy. I've always hated that as a fan, a parent. throw them. I'm throwing.
Yeah.
I don't. Whatever. I'm going to set this thing up. I do not want to give free bases like that, and everybody does it.
Yep. Put a foul ball into the Mustang dugout.
Boy, a lot of screaming going on over there.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Yeah, I'm a believer in if they're going to let you try to get an out, pump fake and try to get the runner at third to dive back to the base. If you get her on the ground, now you throw through, right?
Right. I mean, there's a lot. When you get to first base or something like that, and it's like a double play or whatever the case is, I'm throwing that thing to second. You have to trust your throws. You have to be able to trust your defense. You got to know exactly what you're going to do all the time. That way, it's not a surprise to anybody.
Yeah. Well, my thing is if you can get an out for even early in the game, base hits Zaruba, 1 run is in. And look goes Zaruba hustling again. I love it.
She's like, I'm taking. Zaruba is a girl that everybody is going to have to make sure that when you're in defense, you better know where she's at because she will go to second base every single time.
That's 2 at bats in a row, Pat. She didn't even blink. She was going to second base on both plays. They could have got her out twice, but she is not hesitating tonight. And again, this is a kid that's heated up. Ground ball here by Summer Campbell. Play at the plate, and Aben slides in safely. Nice slide.
A lot of that though is kind of I'm not saying a lack of effort, but it's a lack of a sense of urgency on the defensive side. You got to know, why stand in the middle between short and second base? Get all the way to second base and at least get to there because that's what you have to protect. You have to protect each bag.
Yep.
So you should be there every single time no matter what.
I agree. Mustangs get another run there, so it's 3-0 here, bottom of the second. Runner on third base for the Mustangs. Macy Riling in the box. Ball 1. Macy with a sacrifice bunt for an RBI, or 18th RBI of the season. 18 RBIs in now 16 games. At what point do teams are going to ever pitch around her? Haven't seen it yet.
Well, it depends on the, if the game is on the line and there's like 1 out and bases loaded, and there's an open base, yeah, you're going to put her on.
Kind of hard to pitch around her when 400 and 391 and 439
but
are right behind her.
That's the problem, right? And that's what excellent hitting. That's why this team can be so good because you got to pick and choose where you're going.
Yep. Ground ball in the hole.
Wow,
nice
that's
play.
a nice play right there.
Yeah.
That is a very nice play right there. Nice job out of the shortstop.
Yeah, it was Cadence on at number 8. And there, that was a beautiful play. Nice play of Cadence. 3-0 at the end of 2 here, going to the top of the third and moving right along. So, talk to me a little bit about, historically, we've seen different lineups from Coach. We've seen Riling bat second, third, fifth. We've seen Mulder and Yule switch around. We've seen Aben's top and bottom of the order. We've seen Zaruba now top and the bottom of the order. When does Coach settle in and say, all right, unless an injury or somebody goes into a major slump, what point on this schedule does he lock it in?
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff going on, but I think probably right after or right around that Valley shootout in June. No, sorry, I got the wrong paper.
I usually have it around Linmar. After Linmar.
Right, Linmar it is. So you get it right after that, you're going to have things set up. So about 2/3 of the way through your games, that's about where things are going to be. I remember going to Perry, and one of the kids got the message that another kid was going to start for the rest of the year, and that was hard to hear.
Yep.
But that was a senior
Yep.
that got the message, and it's hard when this is going to be your role for the rest of the year.
Yep.
But that's what it's going to take to win.
Yep.
And they won.
This is sophomore Sloan Broderson hitting .243 on the year, 6 RBIs, 12 runs. Yeah, that's one thing. Coach gives kids, an opportunity, and for the most part, it's been a lot of the same kids. obviously with an injury at catcher, you know, we have options there.
Yep.
We've seen different outfield sets. You know, again, you know, you got a freshman here, in Jones, pitching well. You know, if she's up to the task, do you hold back? You know,
Yeah,
do you
so-
hold back
so-
Aubrey.
So why do you not put Aubrey somewhere where she can be? If your gain is like, I'll just say if you got if this is data and you're looking at big data, you say, okay, my gain with Aubrey at pitcher versus Tessa is 3 points,
Yeah,
but my gain in the outfield is 9 points.
right.
Would I not want to take that extra 6 point? Where is
Yeah.
my sweet spot right there?
Tessa Jones with an amazing changeup for a strikeout.
And see, that's the thing right there. Or at least maybe you're not going to go to,
Yeah.
you know, heaven and earth with one pitcher. I honestly, I think you should, if you put both Aubrey and Tessa in there in the same game, that's going to create some problems for offenses.
Here's first baseman Ava Williams hitting .222 in the year, 5 RBIs. Yeah, I think Tessa and Camila, excuse me. You know, both of them. Camila has, again, throws the hardest and can give you spot innings, you know, here and there, and gives you a different look. If Tessa and Camila are available and coach trusts them in the tournament, this team's really dangerous. Coach
Yeah.
will match up all day long, but he is going to put his best defense option on the field to back the pitcher at that time.
Right. And I think that's the critical part of that is if I've got this pitcher and this catcher right there, what's my other 7?
Yeah.
Where are they at? Who are they? And where's my strengths?
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here, top of third, 3-0 Mustangs. Swung on by Ava Williams for strike 2. Yeah, Tessa, that ball is up and down and changing speeds.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why
she
she's
is
so
not
effective.
She is not over the plate very often.
But the ball looks like it is.
Yeah. And the changeup. Oh, nice.
Ooh, look out.
Oh.
Jeez. We got old. No. They took her off the bag. Wow.
Great try by Mulder. You know, pulled Reese
That was
off
like
the bag.
go gadget, stretch arms.
Just Peyton Durr catching, hitting 158.
You know, you got no outs, right? 1 out. This would be, I would look at maybe pitch running right now.
Yeah.
See if I can't get my, somebody speedy because you need runs.
Yeah, Newton has Brooklyn Britton on the bench that often runs for Newton. 6 stolen bases on the year and 7 runs. We'll see her at some point in this game.
And maybe if she gets to second base here on base hit or something like that, maybe that's the point you do that. Because you can only do that one time and then you have to sit out.
Well, it looks like Brooklyn's down here with her gloves on and kind of ready. I'm thinking she might, if Peyton, or sacrifice button here by Peyton Durr going to second base. 1 out. They get the
Nice
out.
job.
Nice job by the Mustangs.
That is a very underrated play right there. Those are the ones right there that don't get made. It's like just get the out, give them the second base, get them out. I think that was probably a surprise throw from Newton's standpoint.
It was a little bit, but Amelia Eller was calling second base the whole way.
Yeah,
and you
right.
could hear her up here.
Yep.
So that's a good job by the catcher. She's the eyes. She can see the foul ball right up by us. But we're back to the top of the order, and Max Sims. And Max struck out last time. Mac, again, really good hitter here. Got to be careful here. She could turn this game right around with 1 swing. Got to keep her off the bases tonight. Ayler throws back to first to Holder. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here.
You'd like to see Newton right here put some good wood on this ball right here. See if she can't drive that thing right through the middle of the heart of the defense right here. To get through that first defensive 4 right there, you're going to have to strike it well for sure.
Yeah. I think the DCG defense is tipping pretty well how they're going to pitch Mac right now. Center fielder is a good 4 paces to right center, and they have yet to throw a pitch inside to her. So they definitely respect Max Sims' power here. They go inside, though, here, and Mac makes her pay.
Yeah, just
That's
like that.
That's
right?
a pitch I didn't like. That's
Yeah.
a pitch. Pitching against the defense right there. We were shifted to the right, and you gave her a pitch to hit. So
You wonder if it was just a miss. I mean, sometimes you miss where you want to go. I don't know if the catcher moved, was set up over on the one side and ended up the ball went somewhere else.
yep, very good.
So now that run, if you pitch run over there, that could have possibly been a run scored right there if you pitch run over there earlier.
Yep. Caitlin Lambert takes strike one right down the middle. 2 down here, 0-1 count, 3-0. But Newton with a threatening here. First and second are the runners. Here's the pitch. A throwback.
Nice.
Oh.
I love it.
Yep.
I love that throw right there.
Yep.
They're going to have to dive back. There's no way they're going to get back and get up and start heading back to the other third base. But keeps them honest for sure.
Addie Abens is in the right spot, right behind her.
Every once in a while you run into a team that will try to tip off the batter where they're setting up, and they're doing that right now.
Yep.
Does that distract you as a hitter?
Yes.
Because I think I would rather not know.
I didn't always like it because if the pitcher missed or if a really smart team will sit up one place and intentionally throw
right.
Like I used to always have my catcher set up inside when I was going to go outside, and I would throw for the outside shin guard, and I said, I don't need your glove out there. I just need your shin guard to be where I wanted to throw it.
Right.
And so I didn't need the glove. And you watch the major leaguers now, they don't even put their glove up anymore. They basically
Well, you watch
sit.
the College World Series or in softball, and there wasn't one kid that gave a target ever.
Strike 3 on a rise ball. And Tessa Jones, another strikeout. Bottom of the third, 3-0 Mustangs here. Yeah, Pat, as a pitcher, it's just, I get why you want to do it. It can help if the pitcher's accurate. Yeah, does it help? It can. But for me, if you're overthinking, it makes you think, if you have good plate discipline, good balance, you can cover anything on your own, right?
Yeah.
If you're a smart hitter, you study a pitcher, you watch a pitcher's tendencies. If I batted 6th in the order, I watched how a pitcher always worked the first 5 batters really closely. And the one thing I used to love to hit was what I call a pitcher was a pattern pitch. Some kids would throw a fastball on the first pitch and a curveball on the second pitch every time.
Yeah.
And trust me, as a left-handed hitter, I loved hanging curveballs. And if I thought the pitcher's curveball wasn't the greatest, I would take the fastball knowing my next pitch was a curveball.
Yeah.
And more times than not,
Yeah.
I could hit it really hard.
Right.
And so, yeah, you just got to watch. It's a game you got to study. You want to know where it is? Great. I think it's just you're just adding more noise to the at bat.
Right. Because your eyes are going somewhere other than
Yeah.
the pitcher. You should be focused on the pitcher
Yep.
as you're getting ready for delivery and things like that. Now you see a signal out there. You look up there, and now you look down. Now you got to refocus and readjust and reset.
Leading things off the Mustangs will be first baseman number 17,
Yep.
Reese Burke.
And in the circle now for Newton is number 21, Haley Sumter. So here's the senior. So you know what? Newton got 2 pretty good innings out of the 8th grader tonight in Lexi Freeze. They got to be very pleased with her outing.
Absolutely. I mean, she did a nice job. I mean, basically
We didn't hit her that hard.
No, we didn't hit. There was a lot of things that I thought she did a very good job. We never really hit the ball hard.
Yep. Here's first baseman Reese Burke on the first pitch. Base hit to left field. And as usual, if the rally is started, Reese Burke's usually in the front of it.
Yeah, I mean, and finally, again, sometimes you get, pitchers that are a little bit faster, and your timing just becomes better. And I'm not saying that's what happened right there with where we're at with Reese, but it's just one of those that there's no doubt.
Yep. Here's Amelia Ehlert. And we're looking to bunt, and we get the foul ball.
Guess who's going to get some more bunting practice?
Yep.
You can't. You're not trying to catch the ball with the bat. You got to stick that thing out there and try and get that thing where you want it to go. But if you're going to do it with one strike,
Yep.
Might as well do it now.
And she's showing it, but I think she's going to pull back. Yep. And she drives
Oh,
to
gee.
center field. Way back. Gone! Amelia Eller. 2-run homer.
That's
for-
the best call I've ever had in my life, right there, Jeff. You know, foul off the bunt, get yourself a second shot and hit a jack.
Yep. Second homer on the senior Amelia Ayler. And I tell you what, Amelia's having a great run this week. It's great to see.
You know, and
Getting
she's
an
been working
opportunity.
hard for so long as well. I mean, this is your first real varsity action as you get down in through there, even considering last year. Man, and it's hard, right? I mean, there's a lot of time. You probably second guess yourself sometimes, but no, not right now. I mean, this is the time of your life.
Yeah, and we talked about it last week. She stands in the batter's box very confidently. Her balance is excellent. It's excellent. Her plate coverage, she's got great plate coverage, and so it's just awesome to see her have success. And so hopefully we keep going. Haley Ewell in the batter's box. Haley off to a good start tonight. A couple good plays in the field. 5-0 Mustangs here, bottom of the third. 1 ball. Rude away, this is senior. Haley Sumter came in 5-4 on the season, 59 innings, 35 Ks, and only a 3.32 ERA. But she's done most of the lifting as a starter. Talk to me, Pat, about how hard is it when you're used to starting and then you rolling in the third inning? Is it a different feel?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be, because now it's like, all right, I'm 3 runs down. I gotta be better. You don't have to be perfect, but somehow we got to get some runs, and somehow I got to hit every corner. I can't make any mistakes, and sometimes this is what happens when you try to be perfect is you start getting lit up.
Yeah, that was a base hit by Haley Ewell, and she's heating up.
Oh, look out. Hit her in the hands.
Foul ball by her. This is Isabella Mulder looking to bunt and got pushed back a little bit. And I got a feeling Isabella is like,
so
even if it hit me, Coach.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Forget it.
I'm hitting.
Yeah,
no,
man.
I'm not going. No, forget that. I'm hitting.
Yeah, Isabella's a definite, well-prepared hitter. She doesn't want to walk to first. She wants to.
Yeah, I'm going to earn my way on my way.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike. No, we're going to bunt here. Nice sacrifice. And Bella gets the ball down and does the job. Nice bunt by Bella Mulder.
Yeah, you get your fingers broke off, and then go ahead and put a bunt down for me. But execution is key.
Yep. It's Tessa Jones up the bench. She had a sacrifice bunt last time. Runner on second base for the Mustangs. 5-0 here, bottom of the third. 1 down.
I think it's time to help yourself out right here. You start looking at what is preparing you for games like this right here.
And Tessa is looking for her first varsity hit today.
Yeah,
this season.
it's going to be coming probably right now.
Yeah.
Well, you start looking at the schedule, 7-5 for Newton Cardinals. They're playing in the Little Hawkeye Conference, so you get that good competition. But non-conference, Marshalltown, Pleasantville, Sigourney, Grandview Christian, East Marshall. And then you start comparing that to the schedule that DCG plays. You get the Little Hawkeye Conference plus Waukee, Northwest, Winterset, which is probably number 1 right now. Fort Dodge is big time. Jefferson, Carlisle, West Des Moines Valley. So we're playing a 5A schedule in a lot of different areas. And that schedule that you play, you get used to playing big-time games and big-time competition, big-time pitching. And sometimes you get into a situation like this, and it just becomes more like a JV game.
Yeah, that's a program up in Fort Dodge that's turning over some major talent. And I remember the coaches.
Yeah.
Adams, her daughter going to Iowa and pitching. Their outfielder / second shortstop, was her name Tori Bennett? I think that's her name. She's at Iowa. And you think, wow, okay, you got a little lucky. You got some Division I talent. Nope, they're out there still pumping away and winning. And
it's strange, Fort Dodge, because for a long time there was like nothing there.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if that they brought that new coach in or what the deal is. You want to talk about a winning mentality? Oh my God, and a killer instinct.
Yeah.
Those guys will beat you 38-0 and still be having fun in the dugout.
Here's Jenna Morrison going in to run at first base for Tessa. Jenna's been pinch running a lot for Mustangs this year, doing a great job. She did a great job last week. No, I remember Coach Adams up at Fort Dodge. She was coaching against our girls in U10 and U12, and I kind of laugh now. It was pretty intense, and I remember some of my parents being agitated by her style, and it wasn't obnoxious to me. She was just so detailed, and I remember watching those young ladies play and go, oh man, we're in trouble, because I figured out she was going to move up. Somebody had said, well, she's going to be, she got involved. I know she's heavily still involved in that youth program, and that's what it takes.
It does.
Your high school coach, Coach Slofsky, when I was coaching, he didn't tell me what to do, but I had input, or I knew the third, I knew the sacrifice bunt rotation, right. I mimicked that. I knew how they practiced and made sure that our girls were practicing the same way at U10 and U12 so that when they got here, it was easy.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it was just easy. And so that's what it takes. The winning, ground ball to first here by, that was Addie Abens at the ground ball, force out at third base. So yeah, getting back to that, Pat, it just, Winterset is that way.
Yeah.
Winterset has a great pitching program. Their coach played fast pitch softball. They're doing their own pitching camps. He's teaching in it.
Yep.
Those ladies are training together in town most of the time. Zaruba with another base hit. Bases loaded. 3 for 3 for Lydia Zaruba.
Yeah, Zaruba's ready to go to second base. It's like, whoa, we had to put the brakes on. There's somebody there.
We talked about it. She got off to a really slow start after hitting 470 something last year, and when she's only hitting a $120, up last week, I said it's only a matter of time. And entered 273 tonight, but 3 more hits tonight.
Yep.
So
I mean, she'll be well over 300 now.
Yep. Need Summer Campbell here. Two down, bases loaded, 5-0. And a base hit to left field. Here comes another one run. Second run, holding up. Oh, got runners.
Yeah, he gets set, but then he takes about 3 or 4 steps back. I mean, you can't hear a word he says.
Yeah.
So it's instinct. There's something going on back.
Great to see a hit there, a nice RBI by Summer Campbell.
Yeah, that's
breaks
an
out of
earned,
a mini,
earned run,
breaks
right?
out of a mini slump there. So
yeah.
Good to see. 6-0. Bases loaded, and Macy Riley.
I think it's important this hits the grass right here.
Yep. 2 down here. 0-1 pitch.
She bunt twice now?
She's bunted once and an infield hit. So 1 for 1. She has 7 homers on the year, and she could turn this game around pretty quickly.
You're just looking at solid contact wherever it's going to go.
That was a good take there. Macy was looking for. That was a great pitch.
It was a junker.
Yep. Good cutter to the outside corner and down at the knees. You're not going to hit that anywhere
Nope.
hard. Take it and battle for the next pitch. 0-2. Drive to right center. I love this.
That's going to get 3
it's
bags.
in the gap. Here comes one run. Here comes the second, the third run coming around the
Heck
plate.
yeah, I'm going to go.
There
Nope.
it is. Macy Riling stays hot as ever. Her 21st RBI of the season with a 3 RBI double. And, yeah.
And see, that's the situation if there was an open bag that you could have put her on.
Yep.
But they're full of fillies, Mustangs, whatever, horses, whatever you want to call them. They're full. So there's nothing you can do right there. So now we're going to take a little coaching break here and see.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised maybe you bring the freshman back in and just kind of see what happens.
Yeah, I'm thinking we might go to the third pitcher here. They have another lady that can pitch.
11.
Yep. Back to Lexi Fraze. So they are going back to the 8th grader. So back to as we said, Reese Burke will be up to bat here. Reese got this inning started, and
So-
you know that's just a great. Reese is the kind of hitter you don't want her to lead off, but boy, it's nice to have her in that part of the lineup that leads off an inning right a lot. And she's a big enough stick behind, big hitter like Macy Riling and Aubrey Johansson when she's playing. And she's the perfect person to have up there to start big innings. In 3 weeks we've been here now, Pat. She's been in the middle of a lot of big rallies.
And you can say that about, it's the ones that keep it going, the 2-outers. I mean, that's a 2-out double, base clearing double right there by Riling. Zaruba, the energy on the diamond on the base paths there, creating a lot of havoc everywhere she goes. There's havoc everywhere. There's just a lot. Mulder she moves things around. There's just so many different kids out there right now that this is the strength of the Mustangs is at the plate. When they're on offense, they are big time.
Yeah. Well, and again, that's why you work on the bunting, right? Up and down the lineup, because you get to a sub-state final, and it's been a long time at DCG since I've seen a blowout sub-state final. In fact, I don't ever remember one.
Right. Yeah, they're going to be close.
I remember pulling away once, maybe our daughter's last senior year, but it was like 6-5 in the sixth, and we got an inning.
Right.
But you got to be able to manufacture runs at any point in the lineup, and that usually means 1 through 9. You got to be able to bunt.
So if you're in the regional final, this team here with the defense, they have to score at least 3, maybe 4 runs to have a chance to win. Right?
Oh. Wow. Third baseman knocked it down, and almost. I think she thought she had time to throw it, but I think she was hit so hard. I think there's a little bit of shock there.
Well, I think there's a lot of bit of shock there. It's like, okay, I'm okay.
Yeah.
You're right. I
think her heart skipped a beat.
Yeah, mine did.
I think that's Chloe Swank at third base.
You know what?
I think her heart just like, whoa.
You're going to go back and look at that on tape. Somebody's going to go back and look at it on tape. Parents, grandparents, kids, coach, whatever it is. And it's not going to show how fast that ball was hit, how hard it was hit, and how she was able to get her glove and just knock that down. Because if she don't, that's a double and a run scored for sure.
Yep. So Lucy Garcia's in to run for Reese at first base with 2 outs here. 9-0 Mustangs, and Amelia Ayler up to bat. A 2-run homer last at bat after showing bunt, pulling back and cranked a homer to center field.
So, trivia question. Has anybody in DCG hit 2 home runs in the same inning?
Yes.
And I can't remember who it was, but I remember it happening.
I do too. Boy, I have to think about this.
Maddie Karp?
I believe it is Maddie Karp.
It was unusual, but, she was a big-time hitter.
Yep.
Her senior year, nobody better.
No. Hey, careful there. We're talking about draft picks for next Friday. So, Maddie Carpenter. So you're going to take her, what, 4th round, 3rd round?
Don't be surprised. I need to get my teeth cleaned, and I'm going to be taking her at the same time. So you darn right.
That's right. She's a hygienist in town, isn't she? 9-0 here, 2-1 count. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like I said, we got one coming back from the state of Washington, one from Houston, Texas. Kind of cool. He working for the University of Texas athletic department. So I'm sure Lexi Rosa has some stories there about Coach Sampson and the Houston, running the run for basketball in their Final Four. So.
Nice play.
Nice catch, Chloe Swank at third base.
I don't know as if we're going to have 2 harder hits. That third baseman right there, wow. She almost got the first one.
A big
but
shout
she
out.
woke up right after. Goodness.
Big shout out there to Chloe Swank after Reese Burke hits the first one and takes her glove off, to have Amelia turn right around and hit it just as hard. for her to stand in there and make that play is spectacular.
Yeah, that's huge. That's big time. And even Coach Vanderpool on her way back gave her high five, said nice play.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be
Darn
interesting to hear stories, what people have up to, and a little trivia there. Lexi works for the University of Houston, and the banners that show up in the Final Four, you see them on TV.
Yeah.
Lexi Rosa designed those. How cool a job did that become? And
Right.
I'd be really curious. What the Mustang. Well, I'm going to call them Phillies because they were Phillies
That's
when
right.
we played.
Yep, that's exactly
But
right.
I'm very excited to hear what a lot of them are up to and how they're doing, and just excited to hear that hopefully life is good for a lot of them, and I know they're out doing great things because they were great Phillies, and I would expect nothing less.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we kind of look forward to that, I mean, it's Friday. It's going to be a great day. Weather looks good, at least right now.
Yep.
So it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. So
So
first pick, I don't know. There's probably a lefty pitcher out there you're thinking about, or maybe not.
maybe. I'm not going to tell you, though.
Which one?
I'm not going to tell you that either.
Because we threw 3 straight lefties for
That's right.
9 years. Well, that group was 2 of them, but 9-0 here. And look at this. Just like you said, the lady that made the spectacular play that leads off the inning.
I was going to say.
There it is.
You know she's going to get a hit right now.
Hey, Chloe Swank with a double after making a great play at third base. Absolutely. That's the way it's designed.
You pull that energy.
Yeah.
How many times? It happens all the time. Now, can Newton put a couple things together right here to make something positive happen on the bases?
Yeah, Chloe's having a great year as a junior. She was hitting .450 coming into the season. So
And we got a pitcher change, too.
yeah,
Camila's
Camila
in.
Rodriguez is in for the DCG. 3-0 on the season, 21 innings, 22 Ks, 4.5 ERA. Camila throws awfully hard, and again, just working on that cutter a little bit, just hitting her position spots a little bit better. She catches a little bit of the plate at times, but really works hard and throws hard, and really wanted to have success here. So
Right.
I'll throw it out there.
Ooh, that was a set play right there. Try to see if you can't catch somebody sleeping on the bases.
Top of the 4th here, nobody out, runner on second, and Paige Benson in the batter's box for Newton, hitting .415. Couple homers, a little power here. Foul ball to right field, 0-2 count. Now here's the spot. This is where Camila can use her speed here. How do you throw a competitive pitch off the plate, but it looks like a strike most of the way? This is where that rise ball starts at the letters, gets up above the letters, is her out pitch.
Yeah.
But you can't miss. Comes inside, jams her. Mulder out. Oh, nice play! Bella Mulder, double play! What a play! Tell you, this is where the team has really improved from last year, the infield defense.
Yeah, and that's a great play by Mulder right there. I mean, that's over the shoulder catch and knowing that you got somebody on second base right there. Is that a base running error? Yes, probably. You got to make sure it drops. I mean, you can't give up those outs like that. But I do like the aggressiveness and trying to score because she's probably going to try and score on that play.
Yep. Here's Haley Sumter.
And way to help
down.
your pitcher out, right?
Yeah. It was a good pitch. She challenged her inside, jammed her. It was a perfect pitch. It was off the plate.
Yep.
A good hitter couldn't square her up. So good job, Camila.
Yeah, hit it off the tape and still had enough to get it about 3-4 feet in the grass.
That's what good hitters do. Paige Benson's hitting .415, a little pop. Almost muscled her way into a hit, but Mulder said, not so fast.
Not so fast.
It's a great play by Bella. So we've called her Isabella, Izzy, and I've heard the parents call her Bella, so I guess we're going to call Bella the rest of the year.
All right.
All right. We can call her Izzy, though.
That's right. I like
We don't
Izzy.
know her. 2-1 the count. Good idea. I didn't mind that pitch there. Here I'm challenging her. Fastball, inner half, pick a side,
Right.
right above the knees. See how far she can hit it. Trust your defense. Defense is playing well tonight. Ground ball, base hit. It's all right. I'd rather see that than a walk.
Absolutely. Get
Yep.
in there and make them earn their way on.
Yeah, Yule had a great jump on that. Haley was a step away from making that play for you. That doesn't hurt you at all.
You know, kind of an interesting stat for Newton is, at least up until now, they have over twice as many stolen bases as what DCG has, 40-19.
Yep.
And they're not doing that today.
Yep. Well, they kept Max Sims off the base, and Yule with a force out. Yeah, Max Sims has 17 of those, and we've kept Max Sims out of the top of the order off the bases, so that's key. So end of the bottom, going to the bottom of the fourth, 9-0, and the Mustang bench is out running the fences. Good time to half stretch here, get a couple runs here, and put this game away for the evening.
Yeah, I think this is one. I'm going to do everything I can to get that one run because we need to get that. Go out there, get your 3 outs, and shut her down for the night. This is a game, I think, this is pretty much what I expected just from, I would have been, you look at the competition that's played on both sides. Dallas Center Grimes has played a lot stiffer competition. There's no question about that. And I think that's what's showing up right now is that confidence when you get into some teams that don't have that type of ability. And it really gets down to the pitchers that you're facing because you can really start teeing things up long term. And we did okay in the second inning. We didn't really square anything up in the first, but we unleashed a lot of fury in that third inning.
Yep.
And it's poster night tonight, so I'm seeing a lot of kids run around with posters and signed by all the kids and things like that. And a lot of future Mustangs out there going to put that on their wall.
There's ground ball by Haley. You'll lead off the inning. And Chloe Swank right now is putting on a all highlight reel over at third base.
Yeah. It's like I got my entire college repertoire right here. They'll be taking it right off of YouTube, DCG TV.
That's right. Yeah, we could just send in her profile here with her great glove and a hit. Here's Bella Mulder. DCG will head to Oskaloosa Wednesday. Is this a doubleheader Wednesday night? Looks like maybe. Be home here 6:14 for reunion night for the 2011-15 at 7:30 p.m. hosting Des Moines East. Come out early. Yeah, there's a deep drive over the head. Bella into second base with a double. Bella one-handed that.
Yeah. And some kids are just stronger, right? I mean, that's a pure power swing. Way out in front of that, and then that one arm that kind of takes it but squared it up perfectly on that bat.
Yeah, she got that square. Here's Camila Rodriguez with a bat.
All right, Camila, you have your opportunity right now. Touch some grass and win a game.
Camila's looking for her first hit on the season. Big moment here for a senior. This is a nice spot.
She don't get many at bats. I mean, she
Nope.
doesn't bat much.
Nope. Well, yeah. Only 2 at bats on
But
the season.
why not right
not?
now?
Why not?
Why not you? Why not right now?
Right up the middle, base hit. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, it's interesting when pitchers get up there to hit. They got a totally different mentality up there. It's like watching, these great big league pitchers that are out there throwing 98 to 105 miles an hour, and they get up there and it's just a totally different person.
Ground ball to Chloe. Chloe over to first, gets the out, back to.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was going to get away, and then that's how we were going to score.
Nice play again by Chloe Swing. Playing an excellent third base tonight. Lexi Freeze is an 8th grader. Just kind of, again, watching her setup. She works quick. She works confidently. You know, limited innings, but, if I'm Newton's coaches, I'm really thrilled what you're getting tonight from Lexi. Adding to their pitching depth.
Got the sophomore up there as Kaylee Montag.
Is that we're going? Yep. Kaylee Montague's coming up. She has gotten a couple of bats on the year and gotten a hit.
You know, as a sophomore right here, it's like, all right, this is great. And I like that you don't swing at that first one. You get too excited there, but this is great experience for the younger kids.
Yep.
Keep the ball down, look down, keep your chin down, and put the ball right past second base.
Yep. She's got good plate coverage, got good stance in there, well balanced. Line drive to left field. You can almost tell just the way she's set up. You know, there's some batters that just the way they set up, you know, as a pitcher, you have to just look at, like, even Kaylee's stance there. Perfect plate coverage.
Right.
And balanced over that plate. So not surprised at all that she got a base hit. So RBI there for Montague. A great hit, her second hit.
And what a great, you know, very compact swing. There was it was just all, there was nothing inefficient about that swing. That was very well done.
Yep. I'm expecting Jenna Morrison to come to bat here. Jenna, yep, it'll be number 5, Jenna Morrison. So Jenna getting rewarded. Jenna's 1 for 6 on the season. Jenna usually does the courtesy running, so good moment here for junior Jenna Morrison to get a bat. And good hit by Montague. You know, again, here's a young kid getting a few opportunities now to hit.
I thought that was going to drop down there.
And it's the third out. It's 10-0 at the end of 4. You know, in terms of Montague, you know, as the season goes and you start to add to your bench strength, and now a coach has another option to come off the bench in the right spot, a matchup spot, right? Somebody that's probably not going to appear on Winterset's tape or Norwalk's tape or Adele's tape or whoever we're playing.
Yeah.
Sub-state final, right?
I mean, it's going to be. Who's this kid?
They're gonna, you know,
what are they doing? What's going on? It's like, I have no idea.
And you know, she'll probably get a few more pinch hits, but they're not going to look at her,
right?
And they're not going to make a note on her, and coach knows that.
Well,
and so
where are the notes going to be?
Yeah,
Berg.
Yeah.
You know, Riling. I mean, Johansson. I mean, there's like. You got to keep track how much. Sometimes you can have too much.
Yep.
So it's like, I got to focus on these guys, on these top 4 or 5 girls, and that's what I'm going to focus on.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, here comes your catcher that blasts one over center field fence.
Yeah, you know, Ehlert, you know, is hitting really well, and you know, you have 3 catchers down there. You know, you have, you know, when Lidding gets back, hopefully, and then you got, you know, Genevieve York. Who's appeared?
I like me some Genevieve York. I think she is going to be one of the ones that comes through in the end of the year to really make things happen.
Yep. Top of the 5th, 10-0 here. Mustangs first pitch. It's a ball. The batter is. All right, lost track here. Newton fans, hold on a second. This got to be Brooklyn Britton. This is Brooklyn Britton hitting. Number 14. She had a couple hits in the JV game. This young lady can run. She's fast. Brooklyn's only a freshman.
Yeah, right now it's like you're playing for pride. You're playing, you know, individual right now. I'm going to get up there. I'm going to have a good at bat. I'm going to foul some pitches off. I want to get this into a long count.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Let's see if I can't do something positive at the plate right here and see. Got to get on one way or the other.
Looking for her
the game.
First varsity hit here. Just limited at bats.
And she's
Yep.
behind quite a bit on that ball.
Swings a little long. And what I mean by long, people, if you're watching at home, she pulls the bat off her shoulder and she loops a little bit to the back instead of going through the ball quickly.
And that takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So that gets you behind, which is exactly what's going on.
Even when she takes a warm-up swing, she has that loop. And so that makes her swing long and it makes it harder to time. But she's young. She'll get better with strength. That's usually sometimes a signal of strength. Strike 3. 1 out. Yeah, that's something that's easily fixable, and with time, that will be fixed.
Well, time, age, maturity, things like that for sure.
Yep. There's Morgan Fraze, a freshman. She's going to get an at-bat. She's got an at-bat on the season with a hit. So her second at bat of the season. Morgan's a freshman. 1 out. Nice pitch. Camila looks really good tonight.
Yeah, I mean, she looked good the other night too. She got hit a couple times at Indianola here, but yeah, you're going to get consistency for sure.
Of course, now I jinx her 2-0.
I mean, she's right there.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think at some point when you're down by 10, I don't know if you go up there and start swinging the bat unless you're ready to go home. Take a pitch, make them throw strikes. See if you can't get some base runners.
And I pitcher jinxed her again. 3-0. And again, right here, my best fastball, knee high, pick a corner. Challenger. She gets a hit. She gets a hit. Don't walk her. Yep, ball for me.
Grays draws the walk.
Peyton Durr in the batter's box.
15, Peyton Durr.
1 down here. Top of 5, 10-0 Mustangs. Looks like we get a runner off the Newton bench.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, I'm going to put my fastest runner I got on first base right now. I mean, what do you have to lose?
Yep. It gives a little bit of playing time for.
And, yeah, and you get somebody else in the game.
Nope. Ava Williams going to re-enter the game in her batter spot and assume running. I believe Morgan was hitting for Ava. But Ava Williams, number 7, is back at first base running. 1 down here, top of 5. Peyton Durr up to bat. Five in a row here. Need to throw a strike here. If not, expect Amelia to take a trip to the mound.
Yep.
Typically, after 6 in a row, catcher will make a trip. Two 2-0. Yeah, Amelia thought about it. She wondered.
Yeah, it's like, all right, now this becomes the mental part. You have to adjust. You have to bring that ball down because everything's high right now, so you have to physically adjust because they haven't.
There's a strike.
Yeah, they haven't swung at a ball in 2 batters.
Yep.
So now you found that groove, and I think you got to go right back there and make them earn their way.
Yeah, you got to challenge the Peyton here. Peyton, senior here, but hasn't had the greatest hitting year. And you got Max Sims sitting in the on-deck circle who's terrorized the ball. Oops, there's Peyton. No strength in one right out there, but play at second base. And nice hustle play by Addie Abens in center field and made a quick decision. Like to see that from the freshman, charging the ball and definitively getting it out.
Well, I think she thought Mulder was going to catch that one too, so she had to stay back. She didn't have any choice. And then by the time it dropped, it was too late.
There's Max Sims, 1 for 2 tonight. Struck out the first time, base hit to left, and this time we're playing her straight up on defense. Last time up, center fielder was cheating way right, but playing her straight up this time. 10-0 here, 2 outs.
I mean, obviously she can see the hitter from where she's at, but from my angle right here, she can't see the ball, the trajectory of the ball, or anything. It's directly behind the pitcher.
Yep. Two balls, no strikes, I believe. Should be the count. 2 down.
Three and 0.
I know Max good hit here, but I'm still challenging her. Trust your defense. Make your best pitch, Camila. Nice pitch. 3-1.
Be a nice save right here for Camila. Come in and get the save right here. Get a couple innings in there.
Yep. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. That was a beautiful pitch.
Yeah, that was nails right there. That inside low right there. I mean, nothing was going to be done with that pitch right there.
Yeah, it was a good choice, good decision by Max Sims to take that pitch. It was something she, at best, was going to foul it off. Perfect strike. Full count. There's a long,
That
deep
was
drive over the flagpole in
Jeez.
center field, and they'll find that one in Grimes, folks. 2-run homer, Max Sims, and yep, you had a feeling if you left it over the plate, she was going to do something with it, and Max is sophomore, 4th homer on the season, 10th RBI, kick and hit.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, this team has hitters. There's no question. They've got hitters. Unfortunately, they could have been one more on base with a little bit different luck. But now the Mustangs going to come back to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely crushed.
That was jacked.
I mean, went over the flagpole and landed halfway between the softball field, the 2 softball fields. I would guess there's another 120 feet out there, and it would landed another 60 feet over that flag.
Yeah.
So, 210 in center. That thing was over 250. Wow.
And Camila generates power
Yeah.
with the pitch, right? And a lot of her stuff is up in the zone.
Yep.
She doesn't live down in the bottom part of the zone,
Nope, she
which
throws
goes so.
She throws a good rise ball.
Yeah.
She lives at the letters. That's where that's where her strength is. And base hit gonna be here. Caitlin Lambert. Oh, it's caught actually. Nice catch. I looked down and I thought I was gonna drop because I was trying to find the name,
Yeah.
but nice catch, Addie Abens.
Well, nothing's getting by Addie Avens.
No, she's looking more and more comfortable in the outfield as we watch her play. She's getting reps out there. There's been a lot of balls out there. They're working with her daily. If you think she's good now, and she is, watch how much better she gets. Every week we're going to be talking about how much she improves out there.
And the future, right? I mean, you never know what happens. I mean, we've seen kids that peak as a freshman or whatever. They don't. But Addie doesn't have that mentality. She has a mentality, because you see it in basketball. You see it here. Somebody that wants to compete, somebody that loves to compete. It doesn't matter what it is. And somebody that wants to get better and be coached.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of look at this roster and you lose 13 seniors after this year, but then we've seen an Addie Avens, we've seen a Addison Liddon, Genevieve York, looking up and down. Tessa Jones is going to pitch for 3 more years here.
Yeah.
Kaylee Montag looks absolutely great at the plate. I'm sure there's names that people, obviously Paisley Heigergen's a 8th grader. She's running. She's an athlete.
She'll play.
Yeah. So you got a lot of,
There's
Jenna,
a lot.
Jenna Morrison will be a senior next year. Probably be a leader on this team. Not many juniors on this roster.
Yeah, it'll be different, but it'll be a good different.
Yeah. Bottom 5 here. 15 this is Ashlyn Cross hitting. Ashlyn's a senior. 5 at-bats on the season, does have a hit, so she doubled in the season. So good to see Ashley get a bat here. See what she can do. We're in a good number 15. That's a good number, Pat.
15?
Yeah, that's a great number. I know number 15 once. Ran around here a few years ago. Might reside in my own house.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'm like,
whoa,
let me
what
see.
a changeup. Wow. Lexi Freeze threw a yo-yo there. Threw the ball in there, pulled the string, made the
you
ball
can't.
stop.
That's a great pitch.
Made that ball almost stop in midair.
Yeah.
Like, it almost looked like, what a pitch. 1 and 2.
Stops right there, it laughs at you and says, watch this.
Yeah. And poor Ashlyn's like, I finally get a varsity at bat, and you throw me that?
Yeah, come on, give me the gas.
Like, really? That's what you give me?
Right.
Like, we don't practice that. There's Macy Reiling. Macy with a big night, 4 RBIs.
If I was the outfield, I would be moving back right now.
Yeah.
man, she is effective, Jeff. I mean, she's
Yeah.
doing a great job in hitting those inside corners.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Lexi pitching here, Lexi Freeze for Newton. Very confident working in and out. She's shown, again, limited innings, but there's a reason why she started tonight, and we're kind of seeing why. Obviously she's starting to develop for Newton, and great job by Newton coaches to put her up against this. And, hey, what a way to say, let's put you up against a bunch of good hitters. Let's see what you got. I'm very impressed. And here's –
Yeah.
So, one of the hottest hitters in the state, Pat, and there's another hit down the left field line into the corner, and Macy Round first puts on the brakes. Another base hit for Macy Rounding. And
I think this is one where we'd be aggressive. We haven't seen anybody hit and run, steal, something. Let's get something moving here and get some energy going here.
Yep.
It's starting to get cold out here in Dallas Center, too, just in case people were wondering.
Feels good. There's Reese Burke, and it's time for Reese's.
And Reese is a hitter that if she gets to one strike or like anywhere in that range, 2-0, I'm going hit and run. Something get something moving. Because she's going to make contact.
1-0 pitch to Burke. Here's the pitch. Hard ground ball. Chloe with another nice play. Oh, nice throw. Oh, nice play. I'm really impressed with Chloe's swing down at third base. Really quick hands. She didn't hesitate. She threw the ball and led the second baseman right across the base. That was well done, Chloe's swing.
Yeah, she's done a great job at third base.
Yeah, almost since the Burke line drive that knocked her glove off, it's like Chloe Swinks that kind of looked at it and said, that's it, no more.
Right.
She's really playing. Foul ball here by Amelia Ehlert. Amelia with a home run tonight, her second of the year.
Be nice to see another one of those right now.
Yeah. Runner on first, 2 down.
See, everything, all the batters right now are ahead of the pitcher.
Yep.
And when the other pitcher came in, it was juice.
Yeah, and to me, it's not so much the speed; it's the location. Both those pitches are look hittable, but they're off the plate. I mean, Ehlert is swinging because it looks good, but by the time she swings, that ball is moved off the plate, and there's only one place to hit it, behind coach.
Yeah. And that's good to foul those off.
Yep. And now that you got her kind of flying open, this is where I throw something soft and outside.
Yeah, that
down.
change up.
Yep. And she missed her spot. You were looking outside, deep fly to left center, and oh, Paige Benson with the catch in left field. That's Paige Benson with the play. Nice play by Paige.
She'll be jumping on DCG TV tonight to check that one out.
Yep. She'll be checking that out, and glad she got up and everything's okay, because she hit the ground kind of hard, and grounds crew might have to do some repairing out there, and
no kidding.
Take some of the ground that she removed there, because she planted pretty hard. But
See,
great to see she got right up and no injury. What a play by Paige Benson.
I'm just going through the steps of that catch right there. If that was me, I make the catch. I probably would have had to roll over onto my side and then roll over onto my back, catch my breath, sit up. All right, I think I'm all right, and then just see if somebody will help me to my feet.
Yeah,
that stuff is, for these kids, it's nothing, right?
Top of 6 here, be 10-2. Newton coming at the bat. Looks like Chloe Swake's going to lead off the inning, and well, Chloe's having herself a night. Why might as well continue? Chloe,
right on.
Go ahead, get another hit.
Madison Holste out there, along with Kate Wilson, manning the camera out there. doing some kung fu fighting.
Leading things up, to be third base number 18, Chloe Swank.
Chloe with a double last time up, so see if we can keep her off the bases to start this inning. 10-2, top of 6 here in Dallas Center. Chilly night, but a beautiful summer evening. Look forward to seeing everybody Friday night when the 3-time state champions return to town. There's a
That's
long
gonna be a
fly
dinger.
ball, and Chloe Swank, she's like, you want to see something better?
Give me some more.
Chloe Swank with her home run, her second homer of the year. Have yourself a night, Chloe Swank. 10-3.
You know,
I think we should not have. DCG should not have hit the ball that hard at her because it woke her up.
Yeah, no kidding.
And now she's just taking off and having a great night. Great for the young lady to have a night like that.
Yeah, and energy, all right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's some energy over there right now.
Yep. Regardless of the score, and they're chipping back, you never know here, but this carries over to the next game.
It does. I mean, this is why you continue to play, you continue to fight, you continue to battle.
Yep.
You keep on going because you never know what's going to happen in this game.
Here's Paige Benson, who just made a spectacular catch last inning, and Paige is a good hitter too, so look out. And line drive right field
foul
line,
ball.
foul ball. Newton's got a little bit of momentum right now.
Well, I mean, there's 6 outs left. I mean, you never know what can happen. You go get yourself 3 or 4 runs in this inning, and
You get 3 or 4 runs or make an error to help, and we got
Yeah.
a big momentum problem.
yeah, I mean, you never know.
Good pitch by Camila. 0-2.
Yeah, I think this is at the point now. It's like, all right, Camila's gonna start taking command of this and just dive back down and get the job done. See, how can I get a ground ball? That's what we want to do. Is what pitch do I have that I can force ground balls?
Look it up here. Looking up. Yep. They got her. Nice pitch. That was a good rise ball. You could see the catcher set up, and they went up
Yep.
top to get Paige Benson there. So, good pitch by Camila. That's her strength right there.
Yeah, it is.
When she gets in trouble, that's the pitch she goes to. Here's Haley Sumter, a senior, I believe designated hitter tonight. Pitched a little bit, struggled a little bit tonight, but this is a great pitcher. I expect her to bounce back later this week for Newton in the circle. Nice pitch there.
That's
Camila.
a great throw right there. Outside corner. Nothing you can do with any of that pitch.
0-1, 1 out. Line ball right field. Summer Campbell comes in, knocks it down. We'll throw it into first base. Smart play. Good job by Summer to knock that down.
Yeah, right now it is keep
Excuse me.
everything in front of you. Don't let
15.
anything get you by.
That is actually number 15. I will correct myself. That is Ashlyn Cross in right field. Summer did not re-enter. That is Ashlyn Cross in right field, knocking that ball down. Looking around, making sure nobody else is. I think everybody else is the same. As I take a look.
Looks like it.
All right. That was Ashlyn Cross. Nice play by Ashlyn. That was hard hit, and good job of staying in front of it.
See, and if you're Newton, you're at a point right now where you can't be overly aggressive either because you can't be giving the outs up.
Yep. This Cadence on, senior, re-entered and hitting. On 3-12 on the year. Want to know the count, I believe. No, 1 out. Do have a courtesy runner at first base. Not catching the
13.
It's Carly Spear, an 8th grader. Carly Spear, courtesy running at first base for Newton. 3 balls.
It's kind of a lot of times when you start to overthrow,
Mhm.
a lot of times it ends up being high.
Yeah. Walks
a little
on.
bit outside.
Yep. Here's Brooklyn Britton. Brooklyn entered the game and stayed in at second base. Yep. Coach is coming out and
Yeah, I think we're going to get a
pitching change.
another pitch.
Camila throws really well at times, and then at times we have these lapses. Is that just, we're up big? Is that just a natural
I think
concentration?
it's hard, isn't it, to
like
come
she
in
seems
and it's like, all right, I'm going to get 3 pitches. I can go
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 or something like that, or I'm going to get 3 batters. And then you make a mistake, and boom, there goes that. I was like, all right. And then, but I think you're right. I mean, sometimes it could be a totally different situation if it's a starter.
27, Tessa Jones.
Tessa's re-entering here, I believe, to pitch. No.
I think we're having a conversation out there. I mean, this is a good coaching moment right here.
Yep.
We've got the time. There's no problem. And maybe Tessa's not going to enter.
Yeah, I'd like to see Coach leave her in here and kind of go over the order and maybe reset and challenge Camila here to dig in here and get us some
Yeah.
outs, right?
And I think this is where, the coaches are looking at,
He
what's
wants to-
best for the kid, what's best for the player, the work, right? This is what we got to do, coach and make it happen right here.
Yep.
I like this.
Yep, me too. And here's a senior, and he needs pitching depth down the stretch. He needs to know that she can come through at a little bit of, of a rough spot here and turn it around.
Yeah, I mean, you got runners on first and second. You got 1 out.
Yep.
See if you can't get down in the zone, get a ground ball,
Yep.
and you're good to go. Where are we going defensively? Right now, everybody needs to be sharp defensively in the infield.
Yep. Brooklyn struck out her first time, and it was her speed looking for her to bunt. Good play by Yule. What a nicely done. That was quick hands and quick feet to make that play.
Wow, that is a surprise too.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's hard to give up outs when you're down to 5 outs at that point, now 4.
Yep.
But you look at the batter that you got up, you're hoping that this batter right here will come through with a base hit and 2 runs.
Yeah, and Brooklyn was, limited varsity at bats so far, was 0 for 8. A lot of speed. Why not, why not a surprise bunt?
Absolutely.
I think she bunted more for a hit than anything, hoping, Haley Yule made a great play.
Oh, yeah,
first and
absolutely.
foremost. I mean, that was not an easy play.
No.
She came in, she fielded and threw it all in one motion with half step
she
at
did a
bat,
nice job there.
So here's Ava Williams, a chance, 2 outs here, second and third for Newton, chance to drive in a couple. Weak pop up, Macy Riley. Great job by Camila. Look at that. Coach goes out, 3 pitches, gets 2 out, and that right there, again, that's just a sign of a little bit of concentration.
Right.
Like, she's completely capable. We know it. We see it. Every time Coach goes out there and challenges her, she almost always responds.
Well,
So
it's
Camila just
also, I
stay
believe
aggressive.
in you.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Yep.
And I know you can do this.
Yep.
Because sometimes, it doesn't matter whether you're a senior or an 8th grader or junior, it doesn't make any difference what your age is. You start giving up runs like that, and you're like, it becomes something that it's not.
Yep.
You're still up by 7 runs. We still got this going. We're going to get you some offense right now.
Yeah, I just think with watching Camila is when she stays in control of the circle, and what I mean by that is I'm here, I'm going to own you as a batter, and I'm going to come after you. She's electric.
One-on-one.
Yeah, she's good. You could tell. She battles. She throws a great rise ball. She's hard to square when she's in that mindset.
Yeah.
When she gets kind of picky
Yeah.
and loses that aggressiveness,
Yeah,
That's
you,
where
when you try to be perfect, or
Yeah.
you try not to lose, or you try not to you go out there and win.
So here's Haley Ewell to lead off the bottom of the 6th for the Mustangs, 10-3 here.
We need 3 runs.
Ewell's had a nice game tonight. A nice hit, some good defense. Good to see Haley really, as the season is progressing, is progressing as well. Her game's, has been a good player.
Yeah.
But consistently he shows up every night and is progressing very nicely.
Yeah, I think she's going to
having
be
a
one
nice
of the
season.
keys to this team for sure as they move forward. There's no doubt about that.
There's a smash, and wrong place to hit it tonight, folks. Chloe Swank down there is like automatic out right now. I think Chloe can pretty much do what she wants.
Well,
she could run for mayor of Newton tomorrow, and she'd probably get it.
So what do you do from a hitting standpoint? I mean, we've hit it right there, hit it hard. We've done it. You can't move up in the box any more than what you already are.
Yeah,
Do you move back and try? I don't know what you do.
I think right now Lexi Freeze is throwing a very good ball that looks on in corner and it's getting inside, and so our hitters are beating it into the ground at third base.
Yep.
So, do you move back a little bit and Bella Mulder's hit there, she'll take her base. Do you move back off the plate a little bit and then that pitch becomes now center and you can drive it to center field? Yeah, but if you do move, do you look, do you look away?
Yeah.
How do you adjust to it? If I'm them, I'm probably moving up on her a little bit, so you get a little bit more of the field. Get your hands a little quicker swing, not so long. Try to get the hands through. Try to punch something more of a line drive and get it off the ground. Freshman Jenna Gray is going to hit here. She's had 4 varsity bats. She's got a hit on the year with a double. There's another good-looking athlete. Again, it's going to be a very athletic team again next year. It'd be interesting, What's the rumors? What's the rumors? Who's the new coach next year? Any rumors?
Well, Jeff Hanneman. Who knows? But I think from this program, somebody's going to come in here to something that is special.
Yeah.
I mean, they really are. I mean, it's going to be special. It's going to be tradition rich.
Yep.
It's going to be the best facilities at this class, probably in the state.
Yep.
I don't know who would have better.
21 Hayden Smith is running at first base for DCG. 21 Hayden Smith, freshman.
And quite frankly, a lot of expectations too.
I'm gonna expect that whoever it is stolen base for 21 Hayden Smith. I think my only ask as a DCG fan is it's still run at an organized kind of college-like level program.
Like this one here.
Because I think that's what it takes to win at DCG. That's why our programs win. The programs that win here, we saw that last week when we interviewed, the boys soccer coach. I mean,
right.
And I talked to a few of the boys that played for him. Oh, there's
see
a
ya.
long drive, way back, out of here. Jenna Gray off the bench, home run. Good for her. She said, "Well, give me an at bat. Let me show you what I can do."
Yeah. Put me in, coach. I've been telling you I want to hit.
Wow.
Boom. Time bomb.
I tell you, this is just getting me excited to see the amount of, we've seen a lot of players off the bench, which isn't typical of a Coach Lofke team.
Yeah.
But this tells me of the depth and the talent on this team.
Well, he said at the beginning of the year that the depth of this team is, I mean, you got all the seniors, but you've got all these kids that also, if we had 5 seniors, she'd be starting right now.
Right.
That's just, it's hard. It's great when you've got seniors, but it's also very challenging when you've got seniors too.
That was Jenna Gray, a freshman who launched one out of here to center field.
Yeah, good
12-3.
night. That was a no-doubter right after it. It was like, boom.
Yeah, and it was loud. It had that sound. It jumped. Yeah. And there's a Pat right there. What Addie Abens just did again. Lexi Free's been working in. Addie did a good job of getting her hands closer to her body and through the zone. Got the barrel on it, just foul, but that was hit much harder. She can lift that now.
Man, you look at her practice swing. If she comes back out, you look at that. She looks exactly like Maddie Karp.
Yep. Yeah.
That's same hair,
Yeah, watching.
We didn't get a chance to do it. But
Yeah, Addie Abens and
Same
Maddie Karp is
size.
is a great analogy.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, that's who I've been sitting here for 4 games, wondering who Addie Abens reminded me of, and Maddie Karp is that player.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
the exact same player.
it's
And
the,
she's standing in center field like Maddie.
right
Karp.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. Hits like Maddie Karp. Yep, runs like her. Hair, build, everything about her.
Yep.
Hey.
I'm just saying, she's a better basketball player, though.
Yeah.
Addie Abens is.
Yeah, I believe that.
Maddie Karp didn't play no basketball.
No, but cleaning teeth now for a living.
That's right. All right, so now you got one out.
1 out, 1 more run ends this game, right?
So,
Back to the top. And
I was
Lydia's
going to
through,
say, do you bunt here and go through? Like,
Yeah.
I'd like to see her hit this thing, man. I mean, like, you don't
Zeruba-
get that many at bats on a day-to-day basis. Get in there, swing the bat, and
Well, Zeruba's red hot. I
Yeah.
mean, her average has climbed 150 points
Yeah.
Since last week, and already has 3 hits tonight. So, I'm letting Lydia hit. I think Coach will too. He recognizes somebody hot with the bat. He's going to let her turn it loose here. See if we can make this first and third. Or way Lydia's been running tonight. It'll be second and third. 'cause
that's right.
Lexi hasn't even thought about stopping at first base.
That's assuming that that Addie goes to third base.
Yeah, it's true. Problem is Lydia doesn't really care. She's going to push until she's
Right.
told to go back. So
Yeah.
a couple times tonight, Lydia wandered pretty far. Good eye by Lydia. 3-0.
But you know when you got speed behind you, you better be running. And so I mean, that's the thing, because you'll get run over. We've seen a couple times where we've had 2 players running in between third and home plate when you have kids that have a lot of speed.
Yep.
Well, that's base hit.
Not a chance. you know when you see a grounder and you can just tell, like, half, not even third of the way down. I'm like, yep, not a chance.
You talk about perfect placement, right? I mean, you don't have to tear the cover off of it sometimes. You just got to get it where somebody's not, and she'll beat them there.
Yeah, I like what Coach is doing here. Ashlyn Cross is coming up. Ashlyn struck out her first time up, was pinch hitting, and this is the batter that Lexi frees through that wicked monkey curve.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
change up at her.
Yep.
But Coach is definitely going to look for a good at bat here from Ashlyn. Ashlyn has a chance to end this game, I believe, actually, with a hit. So, right? Is it 10
Yep,
runs?
that's right.
I forget the run rules.
College is 8.
First and second, 1 out. Ashlyn. Good swing, fouls it off. Ashlyn was ready for that inside pitch. Had a good swing on it. Yeah, just, as we think about next year, it's too early to think about that because we're enjoying Coach's last season. And ground ball to short. They're going to have a play at third base to get a force out. So it's hit pretty hard. But we give the bat to Macy Reiling.
Yeah.
And, boy.
See,
Macy-
now this could be the one where you're like, but, you let them hit, right? But this might be the one I would say, I got an open base.
Yeah, but you're stuck because Reese Burke is right behind her and Reese is hitting it.
Yeah, I get it. But it gives me a force anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, see, now there's Pat, there's your answer how you hit that inside pitch. Macy gets her hands quickly through the zone inside her body, delays her turn just a little bit, gets the barrel through.
And
keeps it-
still,
kept-
I mean, she's
yeah,
probably, 5 feet,
Yeah.
I think that was from
Okay.
line.
But she kept the barrel in the zone a long time. Yeah. Little change up there, just enough to keep Macy out in front. Macy will adjust here, though. And if I'm this pitcher, she cannot throw it out of her plate, or Macy's going to end this game.
Right.
And she knows it. I'd stay inside, make Macy beat you past. Get it past Chloe. It's not going past Chloe
Yeah,
tonight,
I mean,
so.
and this is a win for Newton.
Yeah. Oh, pass ball. Now the winning runs.
Now
60
it
feet
takes
away.
the force away, too.
Yep. 1 and 2 to.
Watch her drop a bunt down here, right down third baseline. That would catch you off guard, right?
It would, but
2-strike bunt.
I'm trusting Macy to put this in the grass
He's
and
like, all right.
end it. Yes. Oh, nice.
That's going to
knock
do it
down.
right there.
Got her.
Got her. Nice play
Nice
by the
play.
short.
Go to the top of the 7th here, 12-3.
This is a win, I think, because, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, and it was going to be a 10-runner, no doubt. And,
Yeah, you take
you know,
that.
they just keep battling.
You take that 6th spot off,
Yeah.
off the board in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, you got to.
I mean, get rid of that.
Yeah, it's 6-3.
6-3. And that was just kind of a,
A fluke deal where
So-
people are bombing all over the place.
So if I'm Newton tonight, I'm thrilled with Lexi Freeze in this.
Oh,
circle.
absolutely.
An 8th grader who comes into town here against arguably one of the better hitting top 5 hitting schools in all of 4A, and she stands here on the road and only gives them 6 runs. Yeah, I mean, Jonah,
It's like we have a fan favorite here, Jeff.
going to a new pitcher,
28.
28,
Yep,
or is it 28 or 18?
28.
Oh, Kaylee Montague is going to pitch.
Why not, right? Get
Yep.
in there. She's earned it.
Yep, she had a great hit the first time, and again, this is one thing I love about Coach. He recognizes that there's a lot of talent in this program, and they do need to play, and they do need to see varsity action this year with 13 seniors. It'd be really easy to just stick with your 13 seniors and write it out, but Coach does a great job of developing talent, and he doesn't just give it to them.
Right.
They earn it. So the mere fact that Montague is in here, she earned it.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Not being given to
No.
her because, okay, well, you're the 4th pitcher on the team right now. She's out there because she's earned it. She earned it in the winter. She had practice. She's earned it, this spring.
What year is she?
She's a sophomore.
Yeah.
So I
So-
believe this is their first varsity pitching action, though. I'm checking here. Yes, this is their first time on the mound as a pitcher.
Yeah, so her first time in the dark, right, under the
Yeah.
lights.
Yeah, it's a little different. So I'm sure her heart beats up. But
Yeah, her first time on camera.
yeah, on TV. She'll be able to say that.
That's right.
Her
Have you ever
first-
been-
her
have you ever
first
been
varsity-
on TV?
Her
Oh, yes,
first
I have.
varsity minutes are on TV. She
That's
can
right.
go home and download this, delete us.
That's
and
right.
download
Turn the
this.
volume down.
Yep. So
Yeah, this, just looking at her first few pitches, warm-ups, and she looks like she's going to have a pretty good outing here.
it's like we made a change in
Yeah,
the
we got
outfield.
wholesale changes in the outfield. I don't think there's anybody left out there now.
Yeah, we'll try to
I
get some
can't-
numbers here.
I can't tell
Looks
who's
like the
out there.
infield has stayed the same.
Big Yell hit the home runs and left.
Yeah. Yep. Jenna Gray's in the outfield. Maybe Lucy Garcia. I can't tell. Too far away. This is where we need the
And
binoculars.
we're looking through a fence, too. We'll let Coach know. We need binoculars up
Yep.
here as well.
We need the press box guys to announce the changes for us. Press box. Calling the press box. Peyton during the batter's box for Newton. Top of 7 here, 12-3. Pitch by Montague, our first varsity pitch, a ball.
Yep.
Here you're rooting like crazy for her. You know her heartbeat's racing.
Yeah, it's
But
like,
you-
all right, let's go.
if she can
So
get-
is it excitement? Is it nerves? Is it both?
It's both. But if she gets an out, she'll take
Yeah.
off here. She just needs one break here.
And as you would expect,
Overthrown.
don't be surprised if there's a walk, but it kind of the overthrowing the energy and things like that you you typically see.
Yep. Pretty normal. 2-0. Pitch from Kaylee. There it
Nice
is. Nice
shot.
drop ball. That ball moved a lot.
Yeah, it's just like
Turn that
and,
thing
and her
over.
arm, it comes all the way down over the top. I don't
Yeah,
know how these pitchers can get these balls to do
Well,
that.
it hurts my elbow to watch how
Yeah.
she turned that thing downward.
Yeah.
And that thing snapped. Good pitch. 2-1.
Oh, Change City.
Oh, there. That was a great pitch. Now, if she gets in, I still think this is the coolest thing. This is the coolest thing in all of sports is. And strike 3 on another changeup. I still think to this day it's one of the coolest things to watch. Any time, even a young lady, even a professional baseball player, I still get tears, Pat, when I watch a professional baseball game and they go, now making his major league debut, and their parents and their grandparents and their girlfriends or their fiancés are all there, and they get their first hit, and just the sheer tears and joy, right?
The work that goes into it is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It doesn't
And
matter. It's right here too.
And you can see it here. You know, Montega's appeared as a batter, but first time in the circle in a strikeout, her teammates sprinted to the mound to give her a quick 5, you know.
Well, there's 7 people down in the front row down here cheering like you wouldn't believe when she ran out on the mound.
Yep. Change up again. Yep.
Yeah, so you know what kind of a pitcher this is. You can be all power,
Yep.
and those are called throwers.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
But when you're talking pitching, you've got multiple pitches and can hit spots.
Yeah, and you know, only a few pitches, but I don't see that she's tipping anything off. I mean, it looks like a fastball.
Well,
right out of her
every
hand.
pitch is a different speed.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah, but she's not tipping anything
Yeah,
off.
right.
I mean, and that's going to make her tough as she grows older. So, gosh, Tessa Jones, Ava, Kaylee Montague, next couple years, wow.
yeah, you better be able to hit the spinner.
Yep. Oh, there's a base hit. Of course, that's Mac Sims, who's her 3rd hit of the evening. She homered
Nice.
earlier tonight. And yeah, Mac Sims is a ball player, folks. I mean, this kid is absolute athletic.
Go look at that slide
Yep.
right there at this.
She went in
The
full
hit, the
speed.
slide.
Yeah.
That's how you attack the bag right there. That's probably one of the best bag attacks that I've seen
Yep.
this year.
Oh, yeah. She went in there full speed.
Oh,
she-
yeah.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
And popped right back up. So it's not your stay down. Some of those kids they slide and they stay
Well,
down.
she-
Sliding right up.
Well, and she slid perfectly that if we would have missed the throw a second, she would have
Oh,
just
she'd
kept
have been
running.
gone. Yeah.
Here's Caitlin Lambert. Nice pitch. Montague with a good pitch. Strike 1. And Kaylee Montague, you just you got a good pitch. You got a ground ball. You know, it would have been a miraculous play at third base. Hey, the Max Sims of the world are going to get a hit off you. You shake that off. You come back and, you know.
I wonder if she missed that on purpose.
Yeah.
You think they would play Billy ball like that?
Yeah, so Lydia Zaruba moved to center field. So I believe she's out there. That makes Jenna Gray in left field. So there's your solution in the
Right on.
outfield that we didn't.
Yeah.
do. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ooh, a little bit of a cutter inside. I like that. That was different movement from her. 2-1. Little bit of a body turn there, a little bit of a tip off as she's throwing that, but not bad. And I look like a little bit of the timing was off. 3-1. Yeah, I'm finding out how far Lambert can hit it here. I'm
Yeah.
pumping this right down the middle.
Yep.
Count on your 7 defenders behind you.
Yeah, you've got plenty of kids back there. She's probably not going to hurt you that bad.
Yeah. Lambert does not have an RBI in the season, so I'm trying to. Oh, nice pitch. 3-2.
That looked like it was going to be way high and then falls right straight. I don't know how these guys do that. It's all spin. I get it.
Do they have pitching labs yet in high school for
They
girls
probably
softball?
should. I mean, we got
I
all
know-
this
I know
stuff
baseball-
going on
I know
with
baseball.
strength and conditioning.
I know baseball has pitching labs now. I don't know. I'm sure DCG pitchers use them, but grab ball to short. Oh, nice stop there. Ryland keeps it in the infield. All right. All right. See what Montague's made of here. I like it a little.
I bet you she's like, man, I was
I
hoping
like it.
we'd be done right here.
I like it. I like to know, first outing. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 is your dream, right? But
Yeah.
let's see what she can get. She'll build more
Well,
confidence and experience from
You know,
this.
let's say we load these bases up. Coach Lofke goes out there, has a little conversation again, and then strike one, strike two, strike three. We get right out of the inning.
Well, here's Chloe Swank, who's doubled and homered tonight and been all-world really since the line drive by Reese
Yeah.
Burke. So this is a good challenge here for Kaylee. So see how we do here. 0-1. Oh, change up in the eyes.
I'll tell you, I really think that it messes with the batter when the Newton players are trying to tip off where they're going, because
Yeah.
the batter was totally fooled on that
Well,
on that pitch.
and that was a good example. Montague actually missed her spot,
yeah,
and the batter was surprised by it.
it's a
You
foul
know,
ball.
That's
Right.
why. That's
Yeah.
why I don't like
Yeah.
it, because if the pitcher throws it there, okay. Again, your eyes are somewhere where they shouldn't be. Your mind is thinking about something that's not hitting.
Right.
I don't like it, but
Well, I mean, especially on a junker,
Yep.
you have got to figure out where that ball's being released, what the spin, if they can even see some of that.
well, and here's where, coach is smart enough too. He may tell them, hey, you're going to set up inside here, but you're going outside.
Yeah. Right.
And there it was, kind of. We set up outside there, and we buried that inside, and that looked intentional inside
Yeah.
because she threw her underhand. She dropped her hand to throw that hard
Yeah.
cutter down. So right there, it tells me we kind of set them up.
Right.
So again, I think right there we intentionally set up where we weren't going to throw it.
And then
So-
throw it somewhere else, right?
0-2. I'm throwing that changeup right here. Yep.
And there it was.
Yeah, it was just down pat. It was down where she was way fooled on the pitch, but it was in a spot where she could leave her bat and put it up foul. This changeup here needs to be a competitive pitch, something on the outside corner that falls off the plate. She won't be able to stick with it.
And probably not enough power to really throw a fastball right by when you're used to.
Yeah. You could show her a waist pitch at the eyes. The problem is it needs to be competitive enough to be. You have to
Right.
get her to at least flinch. Again, it's really important on a waist pitch that it's a competitive pitch, meaning again something that looks somewhat like a strike for a little bit off the hand. Oh, wow!
Well, this looks familiar, this game, because I think DCG's been pounding that sideline over there all day.
Yep. Yeah, this is a night. If you're at third base, you weren't bored tonight.
Yeah.
Between Swank and Ewell, they're probably leading.
Right.
They're probably leading the assists
Isn't-
and put out
right.
categories. So 0-2 pitch, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Fly ball down the right field line, curving foul, and fouls off. Good hustle out there. That's Ashley Cross that was hustling. Still number 15. Yes, it is. Good hustle, Ashley. She had a great jump on that. She got a lot closer to that than I thought.
Yeah, she's a long ways away from there, too.
Yeah. That's what good jump does. She was coming. Down the line. Oh, good hustle.
Good at bat right here. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't.
was-
This
Jenna Gray out in left field almost got to that one, too.
you
So
know,
she showed some
six
wheels.
pitches so far.
Yep. Now, this pitch has to come off the plate. You got her swinging.
Right.
I'm throwing a fastball right above the knees, about an inch or two. This has to be off the plate. I think she'll swing if it's competitive. Oh, grab ball to short. Oh, knocked down. Yep. It's going to be an infield hit the whole way. It was just hitting them.
There is nowhere even if she fields that clean, there's nowhere for her to go. She wasn't going to get her out at third base.
No, Max Sims just had an amazing jump, and then, yeah, Macy Riling did nothing. There's nothing Macy could do there. I mean,
Yeah.
she was heading towards third. She looked. I mean, there's nowhere to go.
So what do you think here? A hit back to the pitcher, home to first?
Sure. Sounds like a good way to end it. Here's Paige Benson, though. Paige can make this interesting with one swing. Of course, that was Chloe Swank's third hit of the night. So Chloe Swank's a triple away from the cycle, Pat.
Yeah.
Double, home run, and now an infield single. 1-0. All right, young kid, Kaylee, let's get it out here. 1-0.
This is reminding me a little bit of Indianola.
A little bit.
You know, it just goes on and on and on, and you can't get that one out.
I think
that you need.
I think our first televised game was just a teaser, Pat.
Yeah.
We had that 3.5 inning, 45-minute game.
Yeah,
we
that's
thought,
probably true.
hey, softball got quicker. Well, the next 2 nights we're in the drag. Oh, there's a good pitch. 2-1.
Yeah, that's a nice pitch right there. Just consistent, right? I mean, she's been right there around the zone the whole time. Nothing's really off the plate all that much. It's just a matter, is it inside, is it outside?
Yeah, almost like she gets a little too much of the plate.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's got a great changeup. I'd like to see, well, here it needs to be a really good pitch, 2-1 count. But when she's ahead in the zone, I think she needs to get off the plate. Ooh, look at this. Oh, almost got your.
My home to first?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, again, she's a young pitcher. She'll learn that.
Right.
And gosh, don't ever criticize a kid that throws too many strikes, right? I mean, that's what it's about. But
Right.
you'll learn as a pitcher that when you're in control of a batter, you need to get off the plate with a pitch or two. And,
you got to have the confidence to be able to come back and throw strikes, right?
Yep.
So you're 0-2 or something like that. You have to be confident enough that you can throw outside off the plate and maybe up high off the plate and still come back and have a good pitching performance.
All right, 2-2, 1 out. Bases full of Cardinals. 12-3 Mustangs here, top of 7. Strike 3. There it was. Now that was a good pitch. That one was where we wanted that pitch, was Swank the batter before. It was outside corner, and it was a soft changeup, and the batter couldn't stay with it. She pulled off it.
Yeah, and it was high, and then it was low. I mean, she's got a lot of vertical movement on the ball as well.
Yep, she does.
It's not just in and out.
2 down here, looking for the final out to end the night. Here's Haley Sumter, senior DH tonight. Haley's been having a good senior season, hitting .387. Oh. For a minute there, I thought Kaylee was shaking off the coach, but I think she didn't catch the number. Nice pitch. Now she's throwing her changeup with a little bit of cut.
Well,
like that one
the confidence right now is just, it's got to be as high as it's been since she's been out there.
Yeah, she gets the third out, folks. Watch how big her smile is.
That's right.
It will be a big one. And watch how our teammates react. One of the great feelings when a young kid gets her chance. So this will be. One ball, one strike. Again, still one of my favorite moments. Oh, rare back there and brought a little something.
Yeah, sure did. I mean, that one actually got by the batter.
Okay, now that she showed that, I show that same motion and throw that cutting changeup here, right in that same spot.
Yeah, the same one, and she'd be way ahead, probably too far ahead.
Because she got her geared up now.
It's like, all right, now I got to adjust as a batter.
Yep, throw that look. There it was. Oh, good spot.
Just hit that thing with that
tip
of her bat.
It was right off the end of the bat. She basically, the umpire's looking at the ball like very end of the bat. So I'm doing it again. Now, I did notice there Sumter moved closer to the plate, so I might be coming inside here.
Yeah.
See if Coach noticed. See where the catcher sets up. Catcher's so far square. Going out. Up. Yep, got her. There it is. Look at it. Look at the team. How happy they are. Final
right.
score here tonight: 12-3 Mustangs. So Pat, you know, a night a lot of Mustangs got to play. Saw a lot of great things tonight. Obviously, Montag in the circle was great to see. Get that last inning. You know, had to pitch, but got out of trouble. Gave up no runs. Obviously, seeing, you know, Jenna Gray step into the batter's box.
Yeah,
and
boom time. How about
absolutely
that?
launch one out of here. Kaylee Montague came in, pinch hit, got a hit. You know, Ashlyn Cross got into the game, got some action, you know, did good in the field. Good night to see some younger, you know, Tessa Jones again, freshman pitcher, comes in, locks, you know, just pitching really well, really solidifying herself as, you know, pitcher you can start to rely on. It just gives his team depth. Camila came in, had an inning where she struggled. Coach went out and challenged her, took 3 pitches to get right out of the inning.
Right.
So, again, very coachable team, very deep team. You know, again, keep improving on the defense. The offense is there. The base running's there. Just like to see that defense lock down a little bit in the outfield as we progress. Nothing really bad going on. But, again, it's just taking it one more level. It's already a good defense, especially in the infield. The infield, I think, is playing great. I just want to see that to go that one more level. We're going to need it come playoff time, because when we go playoff time, the level of play goes up.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, and who's gonna challenge you? You've got Norwalk coming up. You've got Carlisle coming up. You've got the Valley Shootout coming out. I mean, you've got a lot of games in there. Indianola again, Lenmar. We're gonna find out what this team's all about here in the next 30 days for
Yep.
sure.
Absolutely. So, yeah, you know, it's an exciting team to watch. You know, again, forever grateful coach, you know, in his final season asked us to join him. Again, we only get to see him at home, so we're missing some of the road games. But I do peruse the box scores and see how they do now a little bit more on the weekend. And you know, just a lot of great things to see, you know. Gosh, up and down the lineup, I mean, they're just, you know, Zaruba just, you know, we kept waiting for it.
Very impressed with what she's doing, and
she's red hot.
Timing is everything,
Yep.
right? I mean, it doesn't matter what you do really at the beginning of the season; it's what you do at the end.
Yep. Yeah, and so, you know, Macy Reiling is probably on an all-world heater right now. You know, even when she's slumping, it's not really a slump for her. She'll figure it out. You know, again, I don't know if I've ever seen a kid with a more consistent approach, bat in and bat out. She just has a really, really good understanding what she's doing every at bat. And, you know, some tough pitchers are going to get after her. You know, she's not going to get a hit every time. But, gosh, you know, she's in the middle of it. Reese Burke continues to absolutely hammer the softball every night we're here. And the pitching, you know, Tessa Jones, again, just absolutely amazing to watch for a freshman.
She's fun to watch, too, because it's just – I mean, there's a lot that goes into the pitching. There's a lot that goes into the whole process, and there's so much work that it takes to get on that mound.
Yep.
I mean, it's all winter,
Yep.
it's all spring, it's all summer. I mean, it's all the time. You don't get days off,
No.
and it's nice to see success when the time comes.
Alrighty. Well, that's what about does it for us tonight. Reminder: Friday night here, celebration of the 5 appearances in a row for that group, 2011 to 2015, and 3-time state champions. I believe the only softball school to ever win 3 in a row.
Yep.
And again, it's incredibly hard to even make state to win, but to win state 3 times in a row, some amazing memories. I'm sure we'll talk ad nauseum about it Friday. Have our own draft against each other.
We're going to draft it, man. We're going to do it.
And I'm sure we'll reminisce those games as well. So for now, we'll see you Friday night. And again, we are on our way to Oskaloosa, I believe, Wednesday. It'll be a road game. So enjoy the games down there. DCG fans, we'll catch you here. Let's see you all at the ballpark. And we want all DCG fans at the ballpark Friday night, and Pat and I can announce to 0 fans because you're
That's
all here.
right.
So
That's exactly
that's
right.
our dream. Come on and enjoy the evening, and we'll talk to you later, DCG fans. Final score here tonight, 12-3 in Dallas Center. Take care, everybody. Good night.